It's the businesses that make the neighborhood.
We're right here at the Silver Moon on Auburn Avenue in downtown Atlanta. It's the oldest black barbershop in the city, established in 1904.
I'm Kevin Harris. I'm a barber down here at Silver Moon Barbershop, the oldest named black barbershop in the city of Atlanta. Established in 1904. And we're just still trying to keep it going.
All right. Kevin, what are some challenges you faced early on in your time here at the Silver Moon Barbershop?
This street used to be a bustling street. I mean, it used to be wall-to-wall people. And segregation, integration, as times changed, so did their outlook. So they just branched out. And the main thing we wanted to do is, keep it localized, keep it in the black area, historical Auburn Avenue, and just try to keep it going for as long as we can keep it going.
Okay. Great. What has been your most memorable experience here at the Silver Moon?
That's every day. That's every day. No one day is just like the other day. I mean, 9 times out of 10, we have discussions in here that range from baby making to baby rearing. It can go the gamut. It can start from A and go all the way down to Z, and then you can double it up and start over again.
Okay. All right. And what advice would you give to a young entrepreneur today in the city of Atlanta trying to start a business?
Location.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for your time, Mr. Harris.
All right.
I'm Tevin Smith. This is Kevin Harris, and we're here at the oldest named black barbershop in the city of Atlanta, the Silver Moon. Appreciate that, sir.
All right, man.
Yeah, we're gonna put the video together and
How do you like owning this barbershop on Auburn Avenue?
So how do I do what?
How do you like owning the barbershop?
Well, it's a pleasure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Of
good.
course, now if you come down and get some work, we are time riders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we shape up. And you got to bring him on back down.
Yeah, I'm going to bring him to get a cut. Do you still cut here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you.
Okay.
You know why that land can't be developed?
No, sir.
Because at the turn of the centuries, the churches owned it all. The churches would provide housing for the people at the turn of the century. The churches don't have any money anymore, and they don't want to sell the land. That's why the land is in the neighborhood still look like it is, because you need the churches to actually, it's the businesses that make the neighborhood.
We're right here in downtown Atlanta in Auburn Avenue. We're at Thelma's Rib Shack. We're right here with Joseph at Thelma's Rib Shack, and just going to ask him a couple questions. Joseph, what are some challenges that you faced early on in running the business?
Right now, it's the challenge. That's my biggest challenge. There's a lot of business that are really hurting. Right in this area, there's about 2 or 3 of them, shut down.
All right. I know you kind of said right now the economy is probably one of the things that has been a challenge for you. What have y'all done to overcome the problem of the economy being so bad?
Well, there's nothing really you can do. You just stick to your same wood,
Just stick to what you know.
Yeah. And cut back on certain things. It's kind of like that.
Exactly. All right, and just one more question. What advice would you give a young entrepreneur today looking to start a business in the Atlanta area?
Well, first of all, you have to stay focused and get your education first. So all business is not successful, so you have something else to solve that.
Sounds good. That was Joseph. We're here at Thelma's Rib Shack.
Thank you.
Yeah, Joseph.
Thank you, man.
I really appreciate it.
All right. Come back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down and get a line from you good.
It was the churches that actually was the cornerstone to this neighborhood. Now, when you ride down through there, you're like, wow, why this neighborhood's not developed? Because it's the stores and the businesses that keep the neighborhood up and together. Well, you ain't got no business over here that making a lot of money. So that's why it look like it is. Now, when you talking about what impact did the businesses have on this community, let's go all the way back to 1865. Do you remember what happened in 1865?
If you could refresh my memory, that'd be great.
That was the start. That was the Civil War.
Okay.
Remember, the Civil War ended in 1865.
Okay.
Okay. Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863.
Okay.
In 1865, the Civil War ended. Sherman came through and destroyed Atlanta. He destroyed everything except for the black neighborhood, which was between Jackson Street, Piedmont, Edgewood, and James Street border, which was 1.4 miles. After that, the blacks did everything they could to open up a store. But they couldn't open up no store because they didn't have no liquor stores.
You said how long you been cutting?
Me since 68.
68? How much would a haircut run at 68?
68 was $1.75. And I cut your hair and shave you for $2.25.
Wow.
And now what is the haircut?
12 to 15 now.
You charge me 12, right?
I never did charge you no $12.
I can't remember what you charged.
That's all I ever charged.
My brother, you
Yeah.
And then last question, what advice would you give to up and coming entrepreneurs looking to start a business right here in downtown Atlanta?
Oh man, you only thing I can say, once you start, you know what you're gonna do. Just like I say, you got to come on time. You got to stay here when you get here, be on time, and you have a cutting off period. You know, when the person know you coming, they gonna come see about you. But if you come 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the morning, then you leave at 1 and 2. Man, you ain't getting no nothing now. Prompt, that's the deal. That's a good word. Being prompt, yeah.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
That's all I have for you.
Yes, sir, man.
It's always a pleasure for you. You looking good?
Ain't nothing to me. You gotta be old man, man. What you talking about?
Up under the Jim Crow law, no whites could go in the black neighborhood, no whites could touch a black. No black could go in a white neighborhood or talk back to a white. So the blacks didn't have no type of legal structure. No political figures could go in there and talk to them. You can go in there and kill somebody. They couldn't call the police because everybody in the city of Atlanta, every police was white, and they couldn't go in the black neighborhood. So what they did was, to every bank in the United States of America, they couldn't get no money. Now this is how they developed the first store. They did it collectively. Everybody got together, signed their name, and gave 1 penny.
We're right here at the Cox Brothers Funeral Home. Now the owner of the business did not agree to an interview, but we just wanted to showcase it. It was founded, it's one of the oldest black businesses in Atlanta, founded in 1900 by Emily Cox and her sons. And it's been here ever since, thriving in the black community.
Marketing is the key thing. Put more money into advertising than anything. That's where most of your funds should go. Advertising, marketing, solicit. You got to let people know that you exist. You just can't open up a business and sit there and think people are just going to come to you. You got to go get them. That's the bottom line, the root of it.
Gotcha. And in your experiences, dealing with your business, your nonprofit organization, things like that, what are some of the challenges? Excuse me. What are some of the challenges that you face in getting that off the ground and being successful?
The challenge pretty much is the no. There's so many people that approach you and say that you can't do it. You can't do it. It's not going to work. You can't do it. You ignore them. You got to go through 95 people before you find 5 people that will agree with what you're doing. So ignore all the naysayers, because my mama told me, misery loves company. Lots of people don't believe in you because they don't believe in themselves.
Yeah, they were the first to give the black neighborhood the money to open up that first store. When you talk about that, that's where they got the first money from. Citizen Trust Bank, and they opened up the first store in 1870. By 1890, they were the richest neighborhood in the United States of America for blacks because they had 90 stores. Do you think it was a lot rougher back then? You got to look at the people that was in this neighborhood. You got W.E.B. Du Bois. You got Booker T. Washington. You got Alonzo Herndon. You got Reverend Williams. You had a lot of brothers that was committed, this whole neighborhood was committed to change because of the Jim Crow law. They couldn't leave this neighborhood. So everybody had to do business with each other. That's how they prospered.
Okay, I'm here with Lamar on Auburn Avenue. Lamar owns the Silver Star Barbershop as well as the beauty salon next door. What's what's the difference between running a business in 1975 and then today in 2011?
Oh, well, a lot of things change, you know. Outlook changes, people changes. Just have to flow with it. You have to be ready to make it. Whatever comes your way, you have to be able to deal with it. Deal with a lot of alcohol back in those days, the 75 people, you know, drinking a lot, coming in. Now you're dealing with the drugs, so whatever comes first.
And if you could give advice to young entrepreneurs in the Atlanta area, what advice would you give them?
Don't set the standard too low. Most black people have an idea, they set their standards in business or whatever you might say. But most of us always get comfortable once we get that quick business or whatever, and instead of keep climbing, set more goals as you go.
So in your opinion, do you think black businesses in this area are better off now or worse off now than what they used to be?
Man, come on, man. They worse off now. Because you got to look at this was the richest neighborhood in the United States of America for black. And the ingredient was they had a night crowd down here, they had a day crowd down here. Everything you needed was right here. Not just because of the Jim Crow law, but this is where everybody was located at.
All right, we're right here on Hilliard Street outside of Madam C.J. Walker's beauty shop. For those of you who don't know who Madam C.J. Walker is, she's the first African-American female millionaire, as well as the inventor of the perm. So that's very important. Her shop has now been turned into a museum. Inside, you can actually see older signs that they had outside of the business. It says, "We serve colored carry-out only, white women only," and it's also cotton on the inside of that. So this is just something we thought that would be very historic. Madam C.J. Walker's Beauty Shop, 54 Hilliard Street.
Yes, this is the original Madam C.J. Walker Beauty Shop. It's been here since 1950. We've been here about 5 years. It's still a functioning hair shop, but we're making it into a museum now. So.
Can you tell us about some of the signs? I see white women only, colored women only. What was it like back then?
Those were fabricated to bring people back into that time period of the struggles that Madam C.J. Walker had to become a self-made millionaire back in the 1930s.
Wow.
That's cotton that we picked in a cotton field in North Georgia. We go every October.
So it's still possible for somebody to actually come here and get their hair done now? Wow.
Do they ever do that, or it's just for show?
Daily.
Really?
Yeah, but only Terry uses right there, and that's what we see.
Do you ever use like maybe some of the ingredients that Madam C.J. Walker has used?
No, the rights to all of her manufacturing stuff is it was bought by a company in Indianapolis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're not sharing that stuff right now.
Wow. So what's your job here?
I'm the assistant curator here. Okay. So I don't do hair, I just mostly take care of the museum stuff. WERD, the first black radio station in North America, was upstairs, and that's the reason for all the records out here. We pay homage to them too.
Wow.
Gotcha. So for all of the women looking to really support a black-owned business, an original one, you can come right down here, 54 Hilliard Street, and get your hair done. So if you had to speak to a young entrepreneur, young African-American entrepreneur looking to start a business right here today, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them, see, can they start a buffet?
Buffet?
Yeah, see, can they start a buffet? Because there's nowhere where a large group of people can go and eat. There ain't nowhere down here. I work down here.
Gotcha.
That'll be a one place. And if you can get rid of stuff like this, get rid of that and put a big buffet over there and a gift shop over there, like a Atlanta gift shop, they'll make money. Yeah. But that's the thing, is getting the churches to sell the property. It ain't gonna happen.
All right, well, we're here downtown Atlanta with Cochran L. It's been a pleasure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right here in front of the Martin Luther King National Historic Site. Signing out. We're right here down.
It's okay. No, I'll cut it. Wait. Okay, go now.
We're right here at the Cox Brothers Funeral Home. Now, the owner of the business did not.
Just keep going. Just keep starting. Did not agree to let us interview him.
All right, we're right here on Hilliard Street, and we're actually right here in front of Madam C.J. Walker's beauty shop, which now has.
Start over. You nervous?
I'm not nervous, but it's just hard to like.
There's a lot of shit to say.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Well, Madam C.J. Walker, she was the first African American female millionaire, right?
Yeah, and she made perms and hot combs and stuff like that. That's important. She was the first millionaire. So ready, set, go.
It's the businesses that make the name.